Hello everyone, it's Nick Lawson with cdc-TakeCharge software, and this is our 16th session on building an improved desktop for the Microsoft operating system. Today what we're going to look at is the Reminder and To-Do Manager for our application. Now, in an earlier lesson, we added in the functionality that if a reminder was scheduled for a specific day, then that day's number would turn to red on the buttons on the calendar, and as you can see, that works fine. However, to take and see that activity, you have to first click the button, pops up a X dialog box, make a choice as to what you want to do, click OK, then you're presented with the reminder. In a lot of cases, the user's just going to want to see what's available. So, on our Start menu and our File Manager, we have a direct access for to-dos. You select it. There's none scheduled for today, so it comes back and just is blank. But let's grab the monthly view. Here we see we have several reminders. Now, watch down here in our text box when I select a reminder. It takes and changes and shows an abbreviated view of that message right here in the controller or the menu. Now it makes it very easy for the user to take and see their list of activities for the month, what it is they have to do, and prepare themselves for that activity or determine whether or not they want to take and edit it, remove it, change it, mark it as complete, or whatever they need to do. Very simple. Okay, let's look at that code. Now, first, we're going to look at our two tables that make up the actual activity. These were designed back when we had our contact management session, and we have just brought them forward because contacts are part of our application. So here we have the actual activity, which takes and has an ID, a contact ID, an enter date, a contact type, contact date, follow-up, memo field, or a follow-up logical field, follow-up date, and complete. Our memo table is strictly the contact memo, which is rich text, and a follow-up memo, which is a straight memo field, and an activity ID to link it back to our activity table. Okay, pretty simple stuff. Now, where that comes in to question, or not to question, but where it becomes important to do a specific type of function in Alpha software, is extracting that rich text data and converting it to this text object down here. And we do that on the onChange event of our vstart directory list object. So here's the code for that. Now, when the action is select, which is the action that we're doing when we choose an object in the list or a value in the list, we take and set mySelect to equal the value of the vstart directory. Then, if list state equals to do, we say if mySelect is this text string, all right, or just the underscore text string, then we don't want the code to do anything on the onChange event because there's no code attached to it. So it just ends. Otherwise, it does this down here. Now, in order to take and extract data from a rich text, there's a couple things that you need. One, your table needs to be set as a pointer. You need a variable ID to link against, and you need a blob object, which I'm using the default that they use in Alpha software, and they call it bin. So now my file s is equal to word mySelect2, which is here word activity ID. Okay. Once I find my activity ID, I point to the activity memo table, and I use table max to return the record number and assign that to my global variable r and br. Then I use fetch goto, and then I take and find the values that are in the rich text contact memo field and assign it to F. Next, I need to create an RTF binary object And I do that here, r equals rtf.create, and I set it to blank. And then I fill that blank object with the values from contact memo. Now I need to convert that to a blob. And I do that here by assigning it to my bin. Then I take and use the high-level function bin to plain and send that to my variable for doc view. Finally, I take and realign the text object so that it reads from the top down or writes from the top down. And then I take and put in my header code, align space feed, uh, abbreviated view, line space feed, and then left doc view 200, not 2000. Sorry, got an extra value in there. And a star, star, star. That's it. That's a very powerful way to take and read data from a rich text and convert it, which is important if you're using rich text to take and write an email and you want to then send that body to your email object or to an external email program. So write it in rich text, dump it out, and send it off as plain text to your email writer, and all is good. Otherwise, use the HTML memo writer. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today. I know that wasn't a lot, and there's no reason to look at the onChange event of this object over here because we've already gone over it a couple times. Uh, all we're basically doing is we build a list manually, then on that list we have some controls, and those controls, once selected, act just like a button on push event and take and run whatever you tell it to run. Same principle, just different data. That's it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Stop back again, and we'll look at some new stuff in the future. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.